What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Little Broncos Chiefs Thursday night football. I unfortunately won't be able to carry you to the end of it because I do the Broncos post game show on my station that I work for. So I won't be able to carry you all the way to the end, but I figure I'll watch at least the first half and maybe a little bit of the third quarter with you. Like we always do. If you don't have anywhere to watch, a reminder that this is a game that you can watch for free on Twitch. You just need to go to the @Prime Video channel. And when you do that, hopefully you keep an extra tab open and hang out with me as well. I did bet the Broncos plus 10.5. I don't like betting against 10.5 point spreads. I have almost never done it. I think once or twice I did it, including a couple weeks ago with the Bears against the Chiefs. But on a Thursday night, where one team is maybe coming in a little bit too confident and one team is reeling a little bit, I don't know. I don't trust it. Gabs, what's up? Gabs has the Broncos plus the points as well. Love that. What's up, Gabs? Welcome in. I also have a single game parlay that's basically all Chiefs, but it was a free parlay for me to put in. So, all right. I don't know why this mic is being weird, but hopefully that solves the problem. Yeah, I got a parlay that's like all Chiefs. It's like Chiefs money line, Kelsey touchdown, Mahomes over 20 yards rushing, and I can't remember what the last one was. Sorry, I had something in my teeth. It was driving me crazy. Had to hit a quick one there. Gabs likes Broncos plus the points. You're going to try to in-game bet it and middle it there, buddy, or are you just going to ride it out with Broncos and the points? I also, for the first time this year, have hockey on in the background. My Sabres taking on the Rangers. That's not going too great right now. Javonte Williams, still an animal. Still an animal. And here the Broncos go on their drive, like they always do. I think we got an angle for an upset. Look at you. Gabs, I don't know if you and I are doing anything, but I'll take the Broncos and the points if that's shocking. If me doing that shocks the world, then let's go. Hey, look at the Broncos running the ball all season. What have we been telling them to do? Run the football. And here we are. Listen, the offensive line has done really well running the ball. Look at that handshake. Oh my goodness. Sean is shaking like a couple double lattes there, my man. Yikes. Ooh, I didn't like that decision by Javonte. God, Jones is just such an animal. He's just He is 6'6", 300 something pounds, and just an absolute animal. Oh, can't take a sack there. He does get away, and he is going to pick up enough that they're going to consider going for a field goal here. But he wants to go. Yeah, Bulls just got worked on that. Oh, they are going for it. I love it. I love it. Oh. Are we worried about how many lattes he's had? How little sleep he's had? Sean Payton there? I don't know, man. They're talking about him moving to Southern California. I think he wanted that Charger job so bad. Yeah. Sending the offense back out there. Oh, I hate the way Patrick Mahomes wears that damn helmet. Drives me crazy. I talked about it on the radio today. Which, by the way, on again tomorrow. If you feel like tuning in. Why did we give up on running the football? Why did we give up on running the football? 4th and 2. Oh, that drives me crazy. Absolutely drives me nuts. All right, I'm going to take the commercial with them. Turn off the pre-roll. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, we're back. Chiefs take over at about the 40-yard line. And if the Broncos are going to do anything tonight, going to have to play a little bit better on defense than they have recently. That's for sure. Gabs, remember? I was going to say, I think we figured that out last week that you can't access the Prime Video. What shows up when you go to the Prime Video channel? Is it just off? Damn. Yeah, I know you're in Brazil. I was wondering though, like, does anything show on the Prime Video channel, or does it just say that it's off, or does it say can't access? You know what I mean? Like, I just was curious what it actually looks like when you try to go to that channel. Oh, you can't do that. Not available in your country. Interesting. Huh. Well, just all day. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think the Broncos defense is searching for answers a little bit right now, to be honest with you. So there might be things from time to time that seem like they don't make a whole lot of sense because I think they're just honestly trying some stuff out to see if they can get anything that actually works. But welcome in to the people who are just jumping in. I do these for most Thursday night games. Well, I do this for every Thursday night game, most Monday night games, and then select other games like CU as well. Um, just kind of sit and chat ball with you as the game goes on. Feel free to follow, subscribe. Those are always appreciated if you want to hang out. Remember, if you don't have somewhere to watch, the game is available on Twitch for free at Prime Video. Nice play. Got to dig down and find something gritty here, Broncos. Broncos a little bit healthier on defense than they've been in at least the past couple weeks. Last week, a couple guys came back, but they're going to need everybody to play better tonight. How much is on Vance Joseph? I think a lot of it, to be honest with you. The dude has never coordinated a great defense, and I don't know. I think the Broncos were counting on the fact that maybe he could, and it hasn't really worked out. So I think there's a lot on him, but there's also just yeah, there you go. There's also a lack of talent on this team on both sides of the ball. So, oh wow, that's not a very Andy Reid like move right there. Um, 4th and 3, and they're going to send out Butker. Well, I mean, listen, that's a win for the Broncos, no matter how you slice it. Um, but you're going to have to make sure they don't get too far away from you here. You got to answer with some points. So I'm going to be taking notes a little bit during this just to remember kind of what goes on. So sorry if I am writing while we have all this going on. Uh, for the Broncos, um, I like the 10.5 points. I ended up taking the 10.5 before the game today. Sounds like Gabs did as well. Love to know your bets if you got them. Did drop a free single game parlay that was basically all Chiefs on the single game parlay. Um, I just think there's on short weeks, man. It's you just never know what's going to happen. So interested to see what the Broncos can pull together. Um, had a decent looking first drive and then stopped running the ball. Like they were moving the chains, running the ball, and then a couple passes by Russell Wilson, and all of a sudden, drive stalls and you get stopped on fourth down. So, um, love the play calling and haven't loved the play calling all at the same time. As for the defense, an interesting start. Gabs mentioned that they look a little bit lost. I think they might be trying some things, to be honest with you, trying to figure out what works for this defense. But Mike Purcell makes a play. You end up getting the stop, get off the field, hold them to 3 points, which I think is a win. And like I said, now the offense has to go down and score some points, make a difference. You know what I mean? At least if you want to think about winning the game. Can't let Kansas City get too far ahead of you. 419 games at Arrowhead. Yikes. I know a lot of people talk about the charm and majesty of a stadium like that. I don't know. I mean, I guess I have to go there. I haven't actually been in the stadium. I've been to it, but not in it. Um, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem that special to me, but I also hate the Chiefs, so that could be part of it. Hey, dude, move your sweatshirt so we can see the Hank Stram sign. Run the football. Hey, how about that? Yeah. Hey, look at that. The RCA Dome. That thing seemed like a piece of shit, too. Just a square block of cement that they carved a hole into and put a roof on. Oh, Russell. Oh, goodness, you can't do that. My man. I mean, that was a heck of a catch, but still. That's brutal if you're a Bronco fan. Or if you took the Broncos plus 10.5. Well, now you got to ask your defense to make a stop. Like, not even hold them to 3 kind of thing. But, yeah, I mean, listen, when they show the replay, Gabs, you'll see it. I mean, it was a heck of a catch by Bolton. But you just can't afford turnovers if you're going to beat a team like the Chiefs. Yeah, that's a tough turnover to give up. And again, when you're running the ball, the offense is moving, you drop back to pass, and bad things happen. Mm, that's tough. Oh, man, that makes me angry. Last London game this week, uh, which I'm not a huge fan of the London games, so I'm kind of glad they end this week. But then we got a couple in Germany, I think. Milkman, what's up? Hey, Rob, it's Milk here. And also, I guess the reason you hate the Chiefs Stadium is because the Bills lost to them in playoffs in good close games. Yeah, they've lost a couple times there. Um, but I don't know. I'm not overwhelmed by the stadium itself. It's not necessarily what happens inside of it. And I think that's part of the reason that people have an affinity for it. But not super crazy about that stadium. They're like, oh, put a roof on it and put a Super Bowl there. Like, why would you? Like, I don't need to have a Super Bowl in Kansas City, and I don't need a Arrowhead Stadium Super Bowl either. It's fine. How about a hold there? The record is 26-21-1 for the Bills. I mean, again, Milk, you're trying to troll me about something that I don't really care about. It's not like I really all-time records and stuff like that. I think it's so stupid. Really? How about the holding on Cooper? I think all-time records are kind of stupid, to be honest with you. So, but if that's the Bills with 26 wins or the Chiefs with 26 wins, like, I don't know, it's their home stadium. So, but I also think that what they did in 1972 there is not really particularly pertinent. Gab saw some crazy reports that Russ's attitude was driving Sean Payton crazy. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. He is tough to deal with. Let's put it that way. If you don't prescribe to his always and only positivity, um, like mindset, it can get really tiring, especially when you are 1-4. Like that is part of what can make it really difficult. That's the Bills record there. Yeah, I mean, Bills have had a lot of good teams. They also have won there the past like 3 times they went there. So, um, you know, because they play every season in the regular season, and the way the schedule works out, it's been at Kansas City the past 5 years in the regular season. Starting next year is when it's going to flip, and Chiefs are going to have to go to Buffalo if those 2 teams continue to finish on top of their divisions. So, but the Bills have won there plenty in the regular season. It's a couple postseason losses that have been tough. Is that going to stand? Tell me there's not a flag. Tell me that's not a flag. Beautiful. Let's go. So Benito is crawling at his feet and he grabs his leg and holds onto it. Now he's not tackling Mahomes at or below the knees. He's just holding on to his leg. So I think by the letter of the law, that is technically roughing the passer. But I think also the refs made a good judgment call to not call it. Because he literally just like grabbed his leg and held on to it. So I don't think it's necessarily roughing the passer, but it's interesting to talk about if by the letter of the law it would be, which is why I was concerned that interception wouldn't be an interception. But yeah, a little second life here if you're the Broncos. You get the turnover. Simmons, your guy, makes a play, and now you got to put something together on offense, which you have done. You've moved the ball a little bit. It's just every time you drop back to pass, it turns into a disaster. Milkman, who the Bills play this week? Never mind, it's the Giants. That's a win. Yeah, I think it's actually the biggest spread of the week. But listen, I have no idea what's going to happen with them coming back from Buffalo. Or from London? Are they going to be the same team? They are super beat up, super injured, and how does their body clock adjust? It's going to be tough for the Bills this week. So I wouldn't necessarily lay the 14.5, but luckily it is just the Giants, and they have been struggling this year. 2021, I think I had them in fantasy. We put some crazy numbers. You had Simmons in fantasy as like a single defensive player. He's very good, Simmons. He needs to be in a system that plays to his strengths because he's not dynamic. He's just really good, and there's a difference. He's not Troy Polamalu. He's not Tyrann Mathieu. Okay, can I beg you to run the ball, please? I actually have never played with defensive players. No, I've done fantasy radio shows where I've had to get to know what the rules are and why they matter and all that kind of stuff. So I understand it, but no, I never played with defensive players. I've also never played in like a dynasty slash, you know what I mean, keeper. I want to say keeper, but maybe it's more than that. Never played in one like that either. Got a couple friends who do full-on dynasties, and I don't know. Seems cool. Okay, so I'm at 2nd and 6 with 2:14 left. Jeez. Oh boy. Ew, I don't think it says cut and dry. Oh wow, that is close. All right, so 3rd and 1. You're gonna be okay there, Gabs. 3rd and 1. I really need access to the Sky Judge audio, personally. If you're gonna make changes like that on the field without an actual review, I need to hear what's going on. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see if we can get in a little rhythm here. Milkman, I can see that as a win. If you're talking about Bills Giants, um, yeah, I mean, listen, I got faith in them, but you always have the potential to lay a New York Jets type egg like you did. Um, and if they're coming back from London and still kind of a mess, who knows? It doesn't. It certainly didn't look like their body clocks ever switched over to London time. So maybe adjusting back is not going to be quite as difficult, but Giants going to be playing without 7 starters or something like that. Um, yeah, I mean, listen, it's one of those things though that just like you liking the Broncos tonight, Gabs, um, just never know what can happen in a primetime game on Sunday Night Football. The Bills lose too many games that they should win. It's been their problem the last few years. Um, that they need like wake up call wins to get them, or losses, I should say, to get them refocused. And they had a wake up call win against the Jets and a wake up call win against or loss against the Jets, a wake up call loss against the Jags, and you know you better be ready to go. So there's a reason Patrick Mahomes has never played a road playoff game, and the Bills are partially to blame for that. All right, end of the first quarter. We are going to take the break along with Amazon Prime, so I'll take a commercial. I'll be right back. Okay, fellas. All right, welcome back, everybody. Just saw big stuff here, which is tough if you're a Broncos fan. Damn, McGlinchey blown up. You got to stop giving the ball back to Patrick Mahomes without points, man. It's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, I mean, he was probably told to go that way, and then just kind of panicked. But that's what happens when you hand the ball to your fullback. Not going to have the greatest vision. Ugh, man, I hate Kermit so much. I can't even tell you. Nice play by Sertan there. I don't know how much longer he's a Bronco. I got to be honest with you. Milk. How do the Broncos have more time of possession but less yards than the Chiefs? Because they've been running the ball, and the Chiefs have not. Little RPO. I wonder if he actually had the option to hand that. You know, we said that a lot, Gabs, to start this game off. Mistakes that you can't make if you want to win one of these games against a team like the Chiefs or a quarterback like Mahomes. And here they are, 3-0, a couple minutes into the second quarter. Got to start taking advantage of some of these opportunities if you're the Broncos. See. Oh, camera guy took that off the dome. You going to get a hold here? Oh, that'll help. That will help. Allen Kirk taking a moment to praise the Bronco defense. Haven't been terrible. I don't think they've been great either, though. But still only 3 points on the board for the Chiefs. That's a win. You got to figure out how to get off the field. 2nd and 15 now. You cannot let them pick this up. Oh, and they run. A Clyde Edwards-Helaire sighting. Third and 8. Get off the field. Get there, Nick. Oh, that is just absolutely brutal. God. Oh. But, like, how does this happen with Travis Kelsey is what I want to know. How do you lose him, though? Like, even if you're playing zone coverage, how do you lose? Keep an eye on him. I mean, of all the people. I was going to say nice open field tackle by Perkins, but I guess not. The Kelsey thing drives me crazy. It's third down. Third down, Mahomes is in trouble. How do you not make sure, even if you're in zone, that if Kelsey is in your zone, you're paying extra attention to him and where he goes? I mean, geez, man. Broncos secondary allowing 72% completion percentage on throws 10 plus yards down the field. Yeah, I mean, listen, they haven't been good, I think is the nice way to put it. You had him stacked up. I mean, I guess you still get him for no gain, but shouldn't let a guy with that much speed get to the outside. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about Isaiah Pacheco doing push ups after a run. Good for you, bud. Yeah, and this has always been the Broncos' biggest problem. They just don't have somebody to cover Kelsey. Drives me crazy. How? How do you let that happen? I just don't get it. Do not let him outside. McMillan's playing real well. Fourth down and 2. Are you gonna hold him to another field goal here? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think Andy Reid's a little crazy here. McMillan's been playing tonight. He came to play a little bit. Yeah. Why did we switch to a camera of Lloyd Cushenberry? It was hard to believe that they were going to kick it. Well, if that stands, I mean, that's the kind of thing you need if you're a Bronco. Yeah, and you hate doing that. Like, why are you doing that with a long snapper there? That's a good way to get him killed. Long snappers are not the size of regular centers. Okay, let's see. And especially harder when you don't have an elite premium pass rusher. Listen, Nick Bonito might be an elite pass rusher. He's like got as many sacks as like Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? He has looked very good the last few weeks. Um, can he keep that up when he starts getting attention paid to him? We'll have to see. But he has looked very good. Jonathan Cooper also very good. Baron Browning also very good. So they do have some pass rushers. It's just you can't. I don't care if you're running zone or not. You cannot just let Travis Kelce go unless you're passing him off to somebody specifically. You can't just let him run into another zone. I mean, it's Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes is going to find him. His name isn't Travis Kelce. It's Swift boyfriend. Hey, man. I ain't kicking her out of bed. I don't know why you guys would give him a hard time for that. Good for him. Do your thing, Papa Bear. For everybody just getting in, love to hear your bets. I do have the Broncos plus 10.5. I am doing the Broncos post-game show for my radio station later tonight, so I can't take you all the way through the game, but I'll take you through a majority of it. If you guys have any bets, if you put down any money, let me know what you bet on. I know we've got at least one other Broncos plus 10.5. So I'd love to hear what you got. I also have a single game parlay that was essentially a free bet for me to put in. So I did all Chiefs. It was like Chiefs money line, Kelce touchdown, Mahomes over 20 yards rushing, and something else. If you're Sean Payton, you really, I think, have to make this simple for Russell Wilson. I think it's running the ball and getting him out on the run. Because any time that you've had to go into straight pass sets, it's ended up being a disaster. There you go. Play action, boot, and now you're in 3rd and 5. You know, if you pick this up, it's going to be a lot of momentum. You're going to feel good here. So, is that face paint or is that dude's face just like beat to shit? Brutal. Man, that's tough. I don't even know if Karloftis doesn't block that, though, if that makes it to his guy. Keep kicking it back to Patrick Mahomes with no points, you're going to have problems. Yeah, I mean, I think Al Michaels just said it. Like, weird one. It has been a strange game so far, and you keep kicking it back to Patrick Mahomes, and somehow you're down just 3 points. Um, God, you got to take advantage. Let's see, Milkman. Do you think Sean Payton should use Madden rookie playbook for Russ to make it easier for him? Listen, I thought a couple of those calls were good. I think he's struggling a little bit this game. I've watched him play better this year, um, so I think Russ is struggling a little bit right now. But your running game has been so good that I don't know why you don't take the power, take the trouble off of him. You know what I mean? And just run the ball. Javante's been great. McLaughlin's been good. Um, yeah, I just, in my head, the answer is the run game, not necessarily making it easier on Russ, though I don't think that that's a terrible idea. That little boot play with Dulcich, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Fake a run, play action, boot him out, give him an easy read, doesn't have to throw over people, you know? Um, yeah. Uh, okay, so you got about 6 minutes before the half. You, at worst, after this drive, are down 10-0. I really think if you can put up some points, it's it's going to be a good feeling no matter what. Like, even if it's 10-3. But if you can put up any points, I think you're in a good spot if you're the Broncos. So, um, yes, obviously this drive is important for your defense, but I'm really more concerned about your next offensive drive. You have to figure out how to put points on the board. And if you can, you probably end up going into the half feeling okay about your position. Got to figure out that offense right now is really the thing. Broncos plus 12.5 is the live line now. Nothing that I love there. How? How? Again, Travis Kelsey. How? Are they, Kirk? Said his linebackers are very good against the run. I don't know about that. It just it feels there's a feeling of inevitability if you're a Bronco fan, and you keep putting yourself in situations to do something about it, and then you don't do anything about it. It's frustrating. Gave up the edge. What are you doing? I mean, just the first rule that you're taught as a defensive end. Oh, that's frustrating. And they both go underneath. Ridiculous. At least somebody was on him that time. Like, if he's going to make a tough catch, let him make a tough catch. But Yeah, at least he was there. He's been wide open all freaking night. And I think that's the plan you got to go with for the rest of the night. Something that I think is missing from Russell's game right now. Mahomes buys time and then throws the ball away to get to the next play because he knows he can pick it up on the next play. And it's something that I feel like Russell needs to be okay with playing for the next down sometimes. Too much wanting to be a hero. If this doesn't smell like a Travis Kelce 3-yard touchdown pass, I don't know what does. Frustration. And for a defense that's played so well, too. Of course, Kadarius Toney gets off the snide versus the Broncos. Well, like I mentioned, if you go down 10-0 here, what can make you feel good going into halftime is putting together a 3-minute drive and getting some points of your own before the half, no matter what the points are. If you can get a score before halftime, I think you feel pretty good about yourself if you're a Bronco going into that locker room. Well, I mean, listen, you still, let up points, Gabs, but I hear you that, they've played, defense has played well and the offense has been nowhere um, for the first half here. And this has been the Broncos' problem. Like, you have not put together a full game on either side of the ball. And so if the defense puts together a full game here and plays this second half like they play the first half, and the offense puts together something in the second half, um, you know, maybe you got something. But no, I'm not necessarily blaming the defense. You still can't give up touchdown drives. Oh, even if Patrick Mahomes, even in Kansas City, But yeah, I mean, I think the defense overall has been pretty good. Couple lucky plays, couple really good plays. But Sean Payton going full Joker on the sideline, I didn't see it. Did not see what it was. Yeah, man, it's been a crazy little half for me because you felt like it was going to be a lot more of a blowout than it's been, and the Broncos have been intact, in control, and they've been there. Uh, don't forget, we've got the NFL pregame show, your NFL pregame show. We do it Sundays, 9 a.m. Eastern, or 9 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Eastern, where we'll run down all the NFL games, and I'll bet them right in front of you. Put my money right where my mouth is. So make sure you join us for that. Still should be back this week, so hopefully. Oof. Hockey on in the background on my second screen for the first time this season, so that's fun. All right, let's go. Broncos offense, put this thing together. Let's go. Jags Saints next Thursday night. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that matchup either. But we'll see. You know I'll be here with you guys for it. Gabs, I don't like hockey. It's football and baseball for me, and the NBA is a reality show. That is true. But, I mean, listen, all of this is reality TV. So you like reality TV no matter if you want to admit it or not. Got him? Oh. Hmm. Crazy how the media covers the NBA. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a star-driven league, so there's a little bit more of an ability for stars to be divas, to get what they want, all that kind of stuff. 1,000 posts about 10 players. Who's the GOAT? Asking who's the GOAT. Yeah. I mean, I get you. Hey, run the football. How about that? What have we been saying all this time? F1, the Netflix series, I like a lot. But I don't know. I tried to stay up late nights or early mornings and watch the actual races, and I don't know. Just never got super into it. I'll put it on in the background and let them go. But why do you keep. Man. Oh, that's frustrating. Two-minute warning. You make it to the 2-minute warning down 10-0, and you feel how if you're a Broncos fan? Hopeless, right? Inevitable. Like, what is describe how you feel as a Bronco fan down just 10 with 2 minutes to go and you're handing the ball back to Patrick Mahomes? Because you should feel good. I mean, your defense played really well. You got some lucky bounces, but I don't know. Um, as far as the rest of the NFL goes, Would love to run it down, but I don't think I've got enough time as we have a. I have to shut this down a little bit early because I got to go do the post game show on my station and my station's Twitch. So. Gabs, you like the Saints in the Jacksonville versus Saints game there? Because I don't think that's going to be particularly close, and you've yelled at me for not believing in the Saints before, despite them having a good defense. A big blimp sub. I've been complaining about Subway a lot recently. In fact, one of the people that I work with is like, "Why do you hate Subway so much?" I'm like, "I don't, but I'm not a fan." But I guess I've been complaining about it a whole lot. Gabs, this is the game that's going to make you start buying into the Saints. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Not so unbelievable. Why are we running more commercials? We just had the 2-minute warning. Okay, can we go, please? Freaking yikes, man. Oh, make a tackle. So you got 3 timeouts if you're Kansas City, down to a minute 30. Should be plenty of time for you, especially with a guy like Patrick Mahomes. Not if you throw the like that though. Jeez. Ugh. I mean, it was enough, but it was a light call. I'll say that. Oh, nice job driving on the ball. But if you put both hands through, you pick that off. Ooh. I mean, he would have gotten killed, so probably better for him that he dropped that. But okay, so you're down to 108. Still have all 3 timeouts. 3rd and 10, but you got the whole field available to you. You do have to be thinking, though, if you're the Broncos, that you might take a timeout here if you don't pick it up. There's a holding call for you. and you're probably going to decline it, I assume. Yeah, that looked. I mean, it looked like. Oh, you going to call something else? Yeah, that's a hold. Good. So you decline it. It stops the clock for you. You still got 2 timeouts if you're the Broncos. Now, most teams here, I'm saying, hey, let's get after it a little bit. Oh, intentional grounding too. Okay, so you get a little bit of better field position too, because you get the intentional grounding. So that'll scoot them back. So that'll put the ball. That's like a 20-yard loss. That's actually a pretty big deal. So now, if you're the Broncos, trying to sneak in and get some points here, actually not out of the question. Got room. Good return. 25. Okay, so you need 35 yards here for a field goal. You got 47 seconds and 2 timeouts. This is a good way to feel good going into half if you're the Broncos. Get it down to 1 score. Too good of a position to not be aggressive, if you ask me. Okay, here we go. I like that call to start it out. I really do. I like that a lot. Hardest first down to pick up is always the first one. Oof. But decisive at least. Ball out of hand. A little early there. Didn't he? Didn't he interfere? He's not running. He's handing the ball to the ref. Yeah, you got to burn your time out there. So 28 seconds, 1 timeout, and you need probably 15 more yards here. I mean, listen, it's very doable, but it just feels like such a huge hill to climb if you're a Bronco fan. Yeah, Dodgers swept right out of there. Bringing heat. Oof, that's tough. That's your guy that you paid a huge contract to in the offseason, and Chris Jones is picking to go against him. I mean, that is brutal if you're a Bronco fan. Don't say it, Al. I don't want to hear it. Why did the Broncos? The Broncos took a timeout? What are you talking about? Jeez. Unbelievable. Ugh. Man, that is just bad on so many levels. Why did the Broncos take a timeout? Oh, McMillan came to play. They haven't, though. They just haven't tried to run the freaking ball. Ugh. No, no, you're going forward. I don't know what Mahomes is complaining about. You dove head first. You are a runner. You lose all your quarterback protection. Oh, they touched me. Oh, I hate him so much. I really can't stand him. Well, it's a long kick. It's not a penalty, Gavs, and you know it. Oh, it's annoying how good he is. I mean, they literally set this thing down at midfield, and it was probably good by 20 yards. That's wild. All right. As always, we'll take our break at halftime. Go get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, go to the bathroom. We will see you for the second half. I will probably be back before it begins. But we will see you guys in a few minutes. Thanks for hopping in. Make sure you subscribe, you follow, you like, depending on where you're watching. We appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget, Sunday, we have the NFL pregame show. That'll be at 9 o'clock Mountain, 11 o'clock Eastern. We pick every game in the NFL, and I actually put money on it. I'm not just saying stuff. We put our money where our mouth is here. So we're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody got a nice little break during the halftime. I'll probably hang out with you through the third quarter here and then shut it down after that. Just because I have to actually drive to the station. It's only a couple minutes away, but I do have to drive to the station to do the post game show. But by that time, this game could be well out of hand. Gabs, you'll be happy to know if you're hanging out with us still that I've now got baseball on in the background, not hockey. Phillies 2, Braves 1, bottom 6. Another 100-win team might go down here. Hi, Kaylee. How are you? Uh, Broncos head coach, we need to open it up. You know what you need to do? Run the football because your quarterback isn't making good decisions right now. Broncos D played okay. I mean, listen, you're hard pressed to let up a score here. Um, you hope that you can get a stop here. I think it's going to be a tall climb if you don't. Easy first down. Easy. McMillan lining up like a linebacker. Singleton knifing through there, but she still give up a yard. I just don't know how you lose Kelsey as much as they did. Second and 8. I'm at 13:20 of the third quarter. Oh, frustrating. And Simmons might be hurt now, too. Is he all right? I guess so. They're not showing anything. Yeah, this offense starting to find a little bit of a rhythm, and that is a bad thing for the Denver Broncos. Nick Castellanos just hit one to New Jersey. So Philly's up 3-1. Pick it off. Oh. I don't know why the Chiefs are trying all this crazy stuff. You're only up by 13, and your offense has been moving the ball. Like, why try that there? Oh, tough. So McMillan on his back and almost gets this fumble here, which would have been huge. Would have been absolutely huge. But now you're first and goal in the on the 8. Hold here is big. I mean, that goes without saying, but if you're Russell Wilson now, 5 minutes of game time, you've been sitting on that bench, just getting cold. Nice job by Jewel. What was close? Why are you? I mean, come on. Who are you rooting for here? Yeah, he was in bounds when this tackle started, and he doesn't like violently throw him down. Look at that gaping hole in the middle of the field. Please don't lose Travis Kelsey on this play. So fourth and goal. If you're Andy here, do you go for it? I might go for it if I'm Andy Reid. Put their offense in a hole. How though? Like how does that keep happening? Yeah, I mean Mahomes was looking at him, but Josie Jewell was in the way. Wasn't necessarily covered, but he was in the way. Well, I mean that's a win of some sorts if you're a Broncos fan because you're still only down 2 scores. But turning into a little bit of a grind here. But if you can go put up 8 or 7, you gotta feel real good about it. Philly's doing some work. Bottom of the 6th. Oh man, this quarter's flying by too. That drive took what 6 minutes off the clock. I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but we're finally getting some fall type weather here in Colorado. Got to bust out the hoodie today. Felt good. Liked it. I'm about that hoodie weather. I'm a big dude. I don't like the hot summer. I don't need that. Through 6, 3-1 Phillies. Atlanta can get eliminated. A lot of the big boys eliminated. Dodgers swept out of there. Uh, Orioles swept out of there. So there'll be a Texas team in the final. Houston or the Texas Rangers. Now, I'm certainly not an Arizona fan, but it was nice to see the Dodgers get swept out of there. But you wonder if we talked about this on the radio show a little bit today. You wonder if the format that the MLB has instituted is a little bit of a problem. You give a team a full week off, and the other team is playing high leverage playoff games, and then all of a sudden they match up against each other, and I don't know. A lot of those teams that have a lot of wins have been struggling in that round, the next round, the DS. So all right, big drive here. You're still in contact, and it's amazing that I'm saying that with 9 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second half. But you're still in contact if you're a Bronco. You just have to put something together. And if you can put together a drive and a touchdown here, you're right in this game. And if you hand it back to Patrick Mahomes, probably not. So it's a big drive for him. Come on, Russell. 7 for 11 for 37 yards isn't going to do it. I love that kid, to be honest with you. McLaughlin, 38. I really, honestly, I love him. Come on, Russ. Put something together here. 2nd and 6. You're ahead of the chains. Of course, you're going to take a shot. That's pass interference. Yeah, thank you. Literally pulled his arm. Like he was trying to get a fart out of him. Yeah, that's pass interference all the way. What up, Gabs? Long drive by Kansas City ended in a field goal. Broncos defense held again. And here we are. 16-0. Big drive for the Broncos here. Second and 9 now. And I don't get away from the running game just because you picked up only a yard. It's not that you need to do it right here, but I'm just saying in general. Don't get away from the run game. Gabs, you also missed Nick Castellanos hitting the ball to New Jersey. Nice, nice. There you go. Little extension of the run game. Flipping it out to McLaughlin like that. And now you're in 3rd and short. Broncos taking a lot of time in the huddle in between plays. I mean, they're breaking the huddle with 10 seconds left. You want to be there normally with 15, 16 seconds left. Lined up, like ready to go. There, run the football, man. Run the football. Yeah, Castellanos has been going nuts. So is Harper. The Phillies just have something about them in the postseason. There's like a mystique to it, if you will. There you go. Finally, a throw to Jerry Jeudy past the line of scrimmage. How about that? Things starting to open up a little bit on both sides of the ball. Keep running the ball if you are the Broncos. Yeah, but you can make adjustments at the line. Advantages of having a guy like Russell Wilson. He's not necessarily reading the field great, but if you get him to the line quick, oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I'll let you watch, Gabs. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Man, a walk in the Phillies Braves game has brought up the tying run in Jose Alvarado. Not exactly the guy that you want up when the tying as the tying run. See if Arcia can atone for all the things that he said, all the hype that he caused over the past couple weeks. Weeks, days. If he ties this game up, it's going to feel real different. Because he definitely felt a little bit like the GOAT. Gabs, I don't know that Dulcich saw what happened. T could have made a play for the ball. What was he doing? He didn't track the ball. I don't think he saw the throw it even come out. Dulcich, I don't know if he was the intended receiver on the play. There were two guys over there, but um, I don't know where he was in his route because he wasn't necessarily looking back for the ball when it popped up in the air like that. There's three wide receivers over there. Good start. Yeah, it is a weird game, Gabs. I'm 100% with you. Man, that stat line for Wilson is just brutal. I hate his freaking helmet. I just hate it. Oof. Get there. Hey, if there's one thing you can take away, Broncos D came to play tonight. Nobody open, nobody open, nobody open. Can't let them beat you with your legs, man. Either that or the Chiefs' offense is mid right now. No, I mean, the Chiefs' offense is definitely mid right now, but it's still Patrick Mahomes. And you still, I mean, listen, even if it was the Jets and you'd given up 16 points through three quarters, you'd feel pretty good. Um, so, but you can't let Mahomes beat you with his legs like that. Oh, kills me. Stacking up the run game, though. Yeah, well, Russell doesn't necessarily deserve to have his hands back on the football. Well, you got a chance here to stop him without points. So 3rd and 1, and well, Bucker nailed that 60-yard field goal. But I mean, if you can stop them here again, I just you keep making it harder and harder on yourself. But you're not dead. Wildcat got him. Excellent play. Excellent play from Benito. And the loss prevents you from sending Bucker out there for a field goal. That's okay. I mean, listen, the pin deep, but to not give up points there is the key. Oh boy. Oh, that was a flashback. Yikes! I thought the Braves just hit a home run, a 3-run home run. The I'm not a huge baseball fan. I do like baseball, but just particularly this series, the juice that you get from that Philadelphia crowd is just next level. Well, listen, if you're the Broncos, how many times do we get to say it? And the Broncos defense keeps giving you chances. Who thought we would be saying that at the beginning of the night? You got to convert one of these if you're the Broncos, man. Make this thing into a game. But like even the Gabs, the division rivalry is always great in October. Even the like Dodgers Diamondback series didn't have this juice for me. I'm not a big believer on like, oh, everything on the East Coast is better, blah blah blah. It actually kind of drives me crazy, the East Coast bias that happens sometimes. But there's something different about this Phillies Braves series. It's just it feels heavier. You know what I mean? Oh, you got to get this guy out. You cannot face Acuna. Darnod. Oh yeah, right back to the box there, buddy. 57 yards. Get out of town. All right, so you're at your own five, and a 95-yard drive is almost essential right here. Jeez. Uh, I will say the Broncos are showing not only the AFC but the whole NFC that the Super Bowl champions are beatable and that they're not the same as last year. Yeah, I agree with you. Does he get there? Had a kid. Had a kid. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Milkman. I think that's a good point. And listen, they're the most beatable they've been in years. They're most human that they've looked in years, and they'll figure it out. I believe that. But it's the most human this Chiefs team has looked in years, and everybody's choking. Bills 2 losses already. Bengals are floundering. Ravens 2 losses already. I mean, there's not anybody stepping up taking it from them, which is annoying. And you're gonna end up with a 12-5 Chiefs team that still has home field advantage. It's annoying. And they're gonna wind the clock, which probably means we head to the fourth quarter. All right, I'm gonna run a commercial here. I'll hang around for the rest of this drive, and then we'll cut it off after that. So I'm gonna run a commercial. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Still in the commercial break for the quarter for the football game, but watching this at bat with Acuna and Kimbrel. Popped it up to get under it. Oh, there you go. Nice catch. All right, Russ, do something. I feel like it's that meme with that thing, person, stick figure with a stick poking. Broncos offense. Do something. Oh, man, that is. Whew. I had to deal with people on the radio telling me how it wasn't Russ's fault for the past 3-4 weeks. Excited to get on the post-game show tonight. Boot him. Just a straight run, and they still got there. Nice. Don't love the call, but hey, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Man, they've had the ball for 20 minutes too. It's not even like they're getting killed in time of possession. Oof. He was afraid he was going to get killed. Oh, you all right? That looked weird the way that he went down. He'll be all right. Yeah, Gabs. I mean, listen, the spread is in play with the TD. Here's the problem: they're gonna go for two, right? So you will only have a half point if they do, but you still technically have the lead with the spread. I guess that's not really a problem. You'll be all right, but um, as far as like, it just feels like everything with this offense right now is a grind, doesn't it? So you got to do this twice if you're the Broncos, and you got plenty of time. You know, it's early in the fourth quarter. You got tons of time. You got probably three more possessions, maybe two, depending on how everything goes. So you got plenty of time to do it. It feels like everything is a slog through the mud. You know what I mean? I just don't know that they have it in them, Gaz. Russ is not reading nothing right now. Deep shot to Mims or something maybe, but man, these commercial breaks. Let's go. Travis Kelce never had any trouble picking up women, I'm sure. But how much confidence do you think this whole Taylor Swift thing has given him? Like when you're just when you're when you have a girlfriend or a new person that you're dating, you feel they're hot, you feel good about yourself. You know what I mean? And then like it's Taylor Swift. Like dude definitely has a little extra swag in his step for sure. All right, 2nd and 10. No negative plays here. Yeah. Brutal. So 3rd and 10. Oh, nice play. I mean, I hear you, Gabs, but that doesn't mean that when it hits, right? Like when it goes right, it doesn't mean that it doesn't give you that little extra confidence. You know what I mean? We all know that feeling. It doesn't matter if the girl you're trying to pick up is, working at a McDonald's or something like that. If you get her, there's like that little extra confidence boost. You're like, yeah, I'm into this. She's hot. I like her. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. And now she picked me, and I can only imagine that being Taylor Swift, how much extra confidence that gives you. Broncos are going to get shut out, man. All right, I'm not even paying attention. I got to shut this down right now because um, I have to go do the post game show. So I will raid you guys out and appreciate you hanging out. Let's raid Peachy. Be nice when you go to a new channel. She's just playing video games. She's playing Liza P. But she's pretty funny. I've hung out in her channel a couple times. So if you want to watch the post game show, it'll be on immediately after the game finishes on twitch.tv/altitude SR, Altitude Sports Radio. So we'll do it live on that Twitch if you want to come hang out over there. But let's raid out. Let's do the thing. And as always, appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Good luck on your bet, Gabs. And I say that mostly because I have the same bet as you. I guess. Later.